Hello everyone, welcome back to Chemist by Destiny. In today's video we're going to show you a very simple way to produce some alcohol. So for this experiment we are going to use some very simple substances and some very simple utensils. So we're going to use some common sugar and some yeast packets. As utensils we're going to use a large glass bottle in which we're going to conduct the experiment, and then we're going to use this airlock which I'm going to explain you how it works. Our experiment begins by putting some sugar in a large metallic recipient. We are going to weigh 250 grams of sugar for 1 liter of final wash. So for our experiment, since we want 4 liters of final wash, we are going to put a whole packet of sugar, it has 1 kilogram of sugar. Next, we are going to add 2 liters of water to our sugar. We want 4 liters of final wash and we only add 2 liters because we know that the volume increases because we added 1 kilogram of sugar. Then also we are going to add some water in which some yeast is dissolved, and then we are going to bring everything to 4 liters by adding some water. Now we are going to go in the kitchen because we want to dissolve our undissolved sugar. For this we are going to heat this solution in order to make it dissolve more easily, because we know that its solubility increases by increasing the temperature. When our sugar is dissolved, we're going to prepare our yeast while we let down our solution to cool. So to prepare our yeast, we're going to need some hot water, but you should remember not to use your tap water, but to use some distilled water and heat it up. So we're going to do this. Then we're going to add 3 bags of yeast, each containing 8 grams of it, and then we're going to stir a bit until it is a homogeneous solution. Since we have to wait half an hour for this solution to be activated, we're going to transfer our sugar solution into our big glass bottle. You have to be very careful not to spill it because it is very sticky when it falls on a surface, since a large amount of sugar is dissolved in it. After we have transferred our solution into the bottle, we're going to verify whether our yeast has activated. So to do that, we're going to use some sugar and we're going to put it into the solution of yeast. If some foam starts to form after a bit, then our yeast has activated. In fact, you can see this in our video. After our yeast has activated, the only thing that we have to do is to verify whether our solution of sugar is cold enough, because you have to remember that yeast can survive at a temperature around 40 to 50 degrees in this case. So we're going to add it after it has cooled down enough. So now we are going to use our airlock. It is composed of 3 parts. The first is a lock made of plastic, then it is another cover made of plastic, and at last a main body. So what we are going to do is first we are going to see that there is a column in this main body which is going to indicate where we should put our water. Then we are going to put our plastic cover on top of it, and then we are going to put this airlock in the bottle. After that we are going to add some water until a certain level. You have to remember it is below the height of the column, and then we are simply going to tap it with our lock.
To cry, the tears are making you blind. The future fortress far away, but I'll stay.
So after we have mixed together two solutions, we're going to see some bubbles forming. And this is because yeast has started to react with the sugar contained in the solution. What happens exactly is a reaction called fermentation, and this is a reaction that happens in absence of oxygen. In this reaction, sugar is transformed into carbon dioxide and ethanol, which is ethylic alcohol. Then we're going to see that the airlock has a very important role in this reaction because it lets carbon dioxide pass, but it doesn't let air go in. And this is very important because if air was to come into the bottle, the yeast would start another reaction in which sugar would be transformed in carbon dioxide and water, and there will be no alcohol. So this is the final appearance of our experiment. In fact, this is what you should obtain, and this has happened after we have let it react for 10 days. You should make it react for about 10 or 15 days, but in our case we left it for a little bit less because we have seen that our airlock has stopped producing a lot of bubbles. In fact, you can see that only occasionally some bubbles are forming, and now there is one. So we did this because the reaction has slowed a lot, and if you have to wait for another week, for example, there would be relatively little alcohol produced than from what has been produced till now. Another step that you can do, but this one is optional, you can use some activated charcoal to brighten your solution. What it does is simply to absorb all the suspensions that are contained in the solution. So everyone, the experiment is over for today, and we want to remember you that for this experiment we have used some very simple substances like sugar and water and some yeast to produce our alcohol. If you want to see more experiments in which you do some synthesis, for example that of biodiesel, you can follow this link and see it. So for today is all, and if you want to leave a comment, do this below, and also give us a like. So if you want to see more amazing experiments like this, go to the place and cut to it. So thank you for watching.